Okay, let's look at an example for quiz 7, problem number 4. Alright, so we're trying to find the volume of a sphere, right? And the radius came out to be 4 inches, but the possible error of that measurement is plus or minus 0.05 inches, right? And then we want to use differentials to estimate the propagated error and the percentage error. Right, so let's do that. First, we need to find the differentials. I'm going to go ahead and take the derivative. So derivative of that would be dv over dr, taking a derivative with respect to r. Right, so constant is 4/3 pi is just a number. Then we take the derivative r cubed, so 3 in front, r, subtract 1 from the power squared, right? Then in this case, 3 on top and the 3 on the bottom cancel out. So you get simply 4 pi r squared, right? So we can isolate dv by simply multiplying both sides by dr. So we get the differential dv is equal to 4 pi r squared dr, right? So in this case, the possible error is 0.05. So delta r, which is the same thing as dr, is equal to plus or minus 0.05, right? Then r is measured to it measures 4 inches, so r equals 4 inches, right? So let's estimate delta v, right? Delta v can be approximated by dv, right? dv is here's the formula right here, so just plug in the given values. So you have 4 pi, right? There's r squared, so you have 4 squared, and a dr. So dr is plus or minus 0.05, right? So that's going to be, right? So you have 4 times 4 times 4, so that's 64, and 64 times 0.05 would be 4 times 5 is 20, right? 6 times 5 is 30, so 3, 2, right? So there's 1, 2 decimal places, so right here. So it's a 3.2, so 3.2, then you have pi there, so 3.2 pi, right? Square, cubic inches, because we're talking about volume. Right, of course, you need to have plus or minus, right? So that's the estimate for delta V. Then we want to estimate the percentage error, which is 100 times absolute value of delta V over V, right? So this can be approximated by 100 times absolute value of dV over V, right? Let's simplify the formula before we plug in. So you have a 100, right? On top, dV is right here again. So 4 pi r squared dr, and V is 4 over 3 pi r cubed is the V, right? So let's simplify. So 4 on top, 4 on the bottom, cancel out. Pi on top, pi on the bottom, cancel out. There's an x squared here, x cubed, so you're going to reduce it to just r, All right, so what's left is going to be, all right, so it's 1/3 in the bottom, which is this equivalent to multiply by 3. So 3 times 100. So I'm going to just put the 300 in front, right? Then you have, let's see, there's R on the bottom. So absolute value, there's R on the bottom right here. And there's a dr on top, so dr. Right, so this is going to be, right, so you have 300 right here. Right, on the bottom you have r is 4. We have that. And then dr is 0.05 with the absolute value sign, 0.05. Right, so this is going to be, right, so I'm going to just go ahead and multiply. So multiply by 100, you're going to get 5, and 5 times 3, so it's going to be 15 over 4. Right, so this is the percentage error, so it's going to be, this is percent. All right, so that's it. I hope that this was clear.